The Adventures of Leo and the Magic Pronunciation Book. Chapter 1. The Discovery. Leo was a curious and lively boy who loved to explore. His days were often filled with adventures in his backyard, the local park, and occasionally the dusty corners of his grandmother's old house. His grandmother's house was a treasure trove of fascinating objects and hidden nooks, each waiting to be discovered. One sunny afternoon, while wandering through the attic, Leo stumbled upon something intriguing. The attic was a place where old furniture, forgotten toys, and numerous dusty books found their final resting place. The air was filled with the smell of aged wood and old paper, and beams of sunlight streamed through the small cobweb-covered window, illuminating specks of dust that danced in the air. Leo's eyes roamed over the clutter until they landed on a particularly large and dusty book. It was wedged between a stack of old newspapers and a broken lamp. Curiosity piqued, Leo carefully pulled the book out. It was heavier than it looked, and the cover was intricately designed with gold leaf that had faded over time. The title, The Magic Pronunciation Book, was embossed in elegant, swirling letters. "What's this?" Leo wondered aloud, brushing off the thick layer of dust that coated the cover. He coughed as the dust filled the air, but his eyes sparkled with anticipation. He had always been fascinated by books, especially ones that promised magic. He opened the book slowly, the spine creaking in protest. To his surprise, the pages were filled with strange symbols and words he had never seen before. They seemed to dance on the page, shifting and changing as he looked at them. Intrigued, Leo traced his finger over the symbols. As he did, the words began to glow with a soft, golden light. Startled, Leo pulled his hand back, but the light grew brighter, illuminating the entire attic. Suddenly, a gentle, melodic voice spoke, echoing through the room. "Welcome, Leo. I am the Magic Pronunciation Book. I will help you learn how to pronounce words correctly." Leo's eyes widened in amazement. "How do you know my name?" he asked, his voice trembling with a mix of fear and excitement. The book chuckled softly, the sound like a warm breeze rustling through leaves. "I know many things, Leo. This book has been waiting for someone like you, someone eager to learn and explore. Are you ready to embark on an adventure to learn pronunciation?" Leo nodded eagerly. He had always struggled with certain words, stumbling over their pronunciation and feeling embarrassed in front of his classmates. The idea of a magical book helping him sounded like the perfect solution to his problems. "Yes, I'm ready," he said with determination. His earlier trepidation melted away, replaced by a newfound sense of purpose. "Very well," the book responded warmly. "Together, we will explore the world of sounds and words. You will learn to speak with confidence and clarity. But remember, Leo, learning is an adventure, and it requires patience and practice." The book's glow dimmed slightly, and the pages turned by themselves to reveal the first lesson. Leo felt a rush of excitement. This was the beginning of something truly magical, and he was ready to embrace it with open arms. Little did he know, this discovery in his grandmother's attic would change his life in ways he had never imagined. Chapter 2. The First Lesson. Leo sat cross-legged on the wooden floor of the attic, his eyes wide with anticipation as the magic pronunciation book prepared to reveal its first lesson. The glow from the pages illuminated his face, casting a warm and inviting light in the dimly lit attic. "Leo, before we begin, let me tell you why vowels are so important," the book said. "Vowels are the building blocks of words. They can change the way a word sounds entirely. Understanding and mastering them is the first step to clear and confident pronunciation." Leo nodded, his attention fully focused on the book. The pages turned to reveal a chart with the 5 main vowels: A, E, I, O, and U. Each letter was accompanied by illustrations of familiar objects: an apple for A, an elephant for E, an igloo for I, an octopus for O, and an umbrella for U. "Let's start with the basics," the book continued. "Repeat after me: A, E, I, O, U." Leo took a deep breath and began. "A, E, I, O, U," he said, carefully mimicking the book's pronunciation. His voice echoed softly in the attic, blending with the rustle of leaves outside. "Very good, Leo," the book praised. "Now, let's dive deeper. Each vowel can have different sounds. For instance, the letter A can sound different in cat and cake. These are called short and long vowel sounds." The pages turned again, displaying a series of words with both long and short vowel sounds. The book's voice was gentle and patient as it explained, "Short vowel sounds occur when the vowel is pronounced quickly and sharply, like in cat, bed, pig, dog, and cup. Long vowel sounds, on the other hand, are pronounced longer and often sound like the name of the vowel itself, like in cake, beat, kite, boat, and cube." Leo listened intently, repeating each word after the book. "Cat, cake," he said, noticing how his mouth and tongue moved differently for each word. "Great job, Leo. Now let's try a few more examples," the book encouraged. "Say bed and beat." "Bed, beat," Leo repeated, this time paying closer attention to the length and quality of the vowel sounds. "Excellent. Can you feel the difference in how your mouth forms each sound?" the book asked. "Yes, I can," Leo replied, a smile spreading across his face. "It's like a little shift in my tongue and lips." "That's exactly right," the book said, pleased with his progress. "Understanding these subtle differences is key to mastering pronunciation. Let's do a few more pairs: pig and kite, dog and boat, cup and cube." Leo repeated each pair, his confidence growing with every word. He was beginning to understand how the position of his tongue and the shape of his mouth influenced the sounds he made. "Fantastic, Leo! You're doing wonderfully," the book praised. "Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you practice these sounds, the more natural they will become." Leo felt a surge of pride. He had always struggled with these sounds, but with the book's guidance, he was starting to get the hang of it. He realized that learning pronunciation was not just about listening and repeating, but also about feeling how the sounds were made. "Now let's move on to consonants," the book said, turning the page to a new chart filled with consonant letters. Consonants, like vowels, are essential components of words. They work together to create the full sound of a word. The book began with some of the simpler consonants, like B, D, and M, demonstrating how to pronounce each one. Leo repeated after the book, paying attention to how his lips, tongue, and throat moved to produce each sound. "Try saying bat and mat," the book instructed. "Bat, mat," Leo repeated, feeling more comfortable with each attempt. Excellent. Now, let's try some trickier sounds, like the th in this and that. Place your tongue between your teeth and blow air gently, the book explained. Leo followed the instructions, practicing the th sound until he could say this and that correctly. You're doing great, Leo, the book encouraged. Keep practicing, and soon these sounds will become second nature to you. Leo felt a sense of accomplishment. He was eager to continue his lessons and learn more about the fascinating world of pronunciation. With the magic pronunciation book by his side, he knew he was on the right path to becoming a confident and clear speaker. As the attic grew darker with the setting sun, Leo carefully closed the book, his heart brimming with excitement for the next lesson. He couldn't wait to see what new adventures awaited him in the magical world of pronunciation. Chapter 3. Consonant Confusion. Leo woke up the next morning eager to continue his lessons with the magic pronunciation book. He rushed to his grandmother's attic, the anticipation buzzing inside him like an electric current. As he settled in his usual spot, the book sprang to life, its pages turning to a new chapter titled Consonant Confusion. Good morning, Leo, the book greeted warmly. Today, we will explore consonants and how they combine with vowels to form words. Consonants can be tricky, but with practice, you will master them. Leo nodded eagerly. The book began by displaying a chart of all the consonants: B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Each letter had a corresponding image to help Leo remember the sound it made, such as a ball for B and a cat for C. Consonants are like the frames of a house, Leo, the book explained. They provide structure to words, while vowels are like the walls that fill in the spaces. Let's start with some basic consonants. The book began with B and D. Leo repeated the sounds, paying attention to how his lips and tongue moved. Ba, 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 he said, feeling his lips press together and then release. Da, 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 he continued, noticing how his tongue touched the roof of his mouth just behind his teeth. Very good, Leo, the book praised. Now let's try some words. Bat and dog. Bat, dog, Leo repeated, his pronunciation improving with each attempt. Excellent. Now let's move on to some trickier consonants, the book suggested. It turned to a page displaying the letters T, F, and S. Leo practiced each sound, mimicking the book's precise instructions. Ta, 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 Leo said for T, feeling the quick tap of his tongue against the roof of his mouth. Fa, 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 he tried for F, feeling the air pass through his teeth and lower lip. S, 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 he hissed for S, noticing the gentle stream of air between his teeth. Wonderful, Leo. You're doing great, the book encouraged. Now let's tackle some of the most challenging consonant sounds. The th sounds in words like this and that. Leo felt a little nervous. He had always struggled with the th sound, often confusing it with D or T. The book sensed his hesitation and spoke reassuringly. Don't worry, Leo. I will guide you through it step by step. Place your tongue gently between your teeth and blow air out softly, like this. Th-th-th. Leo followed the instructions, placing his tongue between his teeth and blowing air gently. At first, it felt strange, and his attempts sounded more like tua and da. But he kept trying, encouraged by the book's calm and patient guidance. Leo repeated, focusing on the flow of air. Slowly but surely, the sound began to take shape. Now, let's try some words. This and that, the book instructed. This, that, Leo said, his voice shaky but determined. He practiced over and over, feeling the muscles in his tongue and mouth adapt to the new movement. Each attempt brought him closer to the correct pronunciation. After several minutes of practice, Leo finally pronounced the words clearly. This, that, he said with confidence, the "the" sound flowing smoothly. Fantastic, Leo, the book exclaimed. You've done it. You've mastered one of the trickiest consonant sounds. I'm so proud of you. Leo beamed with pride. He had always felt self-conscious about his pronunciation, especially with tricky sounds like "the." But with the book's help, he was making significant progress. Remember, Leo, the book continued, practice makes perfect. The more you use these sounds, the more natural they will become. Let's try a few more words with different consonants. Cat, fish, sun, and rabbit. Leo repeated each word, focusing on the consonant sounds and how they combined with the vowels. Cat, fish, sun, rabbit, he said, feeling more confident with each pronunciation. Excellent work, Leo. You're well on your way to becoming a master of pronunciation, the book praised. Keep practicing, and soon these sounds will feel as natural as breathing. Leo felt a sense of accomplishment wash over him. He had always found pronunciation challenging, but with the magic pronunciation book, he was making strides he had never thought possible. He couldn't wait to see what the next lesson would bring. As the morning light streamed through the attic window, Leo carefully closed the book, a satisfied smile on his face. He knew that with each lesson, he was growing more confident and capable. The journey to mastering pronunciation was just beginning, and Leo was ready for every step. Chapter 4. Tongue Twisters. The next day, Leo woke up with a renewed sense of excitement. He couldn't wait to see what new lessons the magic pronunciation book had in store for him. After quickly finishing his breakfast, he dashed up to the attic, his mind buzzing with anticipation. As he settled into his spot on the attic floor, the book's pages began to glow softly, welcoming him back. Good morning, Leo. Are you ready for today's lesson? The book asked. Absolutely, Leo replied, his eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. Today, we're going to make learning fun, the book announced. We'll practice tongue twisters. These will help you improve your pronunciation and fluency by challenging your ability to articulate quickly and accurately. Leo's face lit up with a wide grin. He had heard of tongue twisters before and knew they were tricky but fun. The book turned its pages, revealing a colorful illustration of children laughing and practicing tongue twisters together. Let's start with a classic one, the book said. The words, "She sells seashells by the seashore," appeared in bold letters on the page. Try saying this, Leo. Leo took a deep breath and began, "She sells seashells by the seashore." He stumbled over the words, his tongue twisting awkwardly as he tried to keep up with the rhythm. He burst into giggles, realizing how tricky it was. The book chuckled along with him. It's okay, Leo. Tongue twisters are meant to be challenging. The key is to practice slowly at first and gradually increase your speed. Let's break it down into smaller parts. Say, She sells. She sells, Leo repeated, focusing on enunciating each word clearly. Good. Now add seashells, the book instructed. She sells seashells, Leo said, feeling more confident. Excellent. Now add the final part, by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore, Leo said, still a bit hesitant but improving. Great job, Leo. Keep practicing, and it will become easier, the book encouraged. Now, let's try another one. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Leo laughed again, loving the playful challenge. He attempted the tongue twister. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, but stumbled over the repetitive P sounds. He laughed at his own mistakes, determined to get it right. Remember, Leo? Practice makes perfect, the book said kindly. Let's break this one down too. Start with Peter Piper picked. Peter Piper picked, Leo repeated, his tongue working hard to keep up. Now add a peck of pickled peppers, the book guided. A peck of pickled peppers, Leo said, a bit more smoothly this time. Excellent. Now put it all together, the book encouraged. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, Leo said, more confidently than before. Fantastic, Leo. You're getting better already, the book praised. Tongue twisters are a great way to improve your articulation and fluency. They force you to pay attention to the movements of your tongue and lips, helping you become more aware of how you form sounds. Leo practiced the tongue twisters over and over, each time feeling more confident and precise. He noticed that his pronunciation was improving not just with the tongue twisters, but with other words as well. The book introduced more tongue twisters, each one presenting a new challenge. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? And Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, was he? Became his new favorites. Leo giggled as he tripped over the words, but with each attempt, he grew more fluent and accurate. You're doing an amazing job, Leo, the book said. Tongue twisters are not only fun, but they also help train your muscles to work together more efficiently. The more you practice, the better you'll get. Leo felt a surge of pride. He had always thought that improving his pronunciation would be tedious and difficult, but the book had shown him that it could be enjoyable and rewarding. He couldn't wait to share his new skills with his friends and see their reactions when he effortlessly recited the tongue twisters. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the attic, Leo carefully closed the book. He had learned so much and had fun doing it. He knew that he was on the right path and that with the book's guidance, he would continue to improve. Thank you for another great lesson, Leo said to the book. You're welcome, Leo. Keep practicing and remember to have fun with it, the book replied warmly. Leo left the attic with a smile on his face, excited to see what the next lesson would bring. He felt more confident than ever, knowing that he had the magic pronunciation book by his side to guide him on his journey. Chapter 5. The Sound Adventure. One sunny afternoon, as Leo sat with the magic pronunciation book in the attic, the book suggested something exciting. Let's go to the land of sounds, it said with a hint of mystery. Before Leo could ask what it meant, a magical swirl of colors surrounded him, and he suddenly found himself in a vibrant and enchanting land. Everything here seemed alive with sound. The trees rustled with whispers, the rivers hummed melodiously, and the flowers giggled softly as they swayed in the breeze. Welcome to the land of sounds, Leo, the book's voice echoed in the air. "Here, every sound is a character who will help you learn pronunciation in a fun and interactive way." Leo's eyes widened with wonder as he walked along a sparkling path. Soon, he met Sammy the snake, a friendly green snake with a bright smile. "Hi, Leo, I'm Sammy," the snake hissed softly. "I'm here to help you with the S sound." Leo repeated after Sammy. "S." He practiced until he could make the sound clearly and smoothly. Sammy showed him how to let the air flow gently between his teeth, creating the perfect S sound. As Leo continued his journey, he encountered Freddy the Frog, who sat on a lily pad in a pond. "Ribbit! Hi, Leo! I'm Freddy," the frog croaked. "Let's work on the F sound together." Freddy demonstrated the sound by blowing air gently over his bottom lip. Leo imitated him, feeling the cool air as he practiced the sound. With Freddy's encouragement, he soon mastered the F sound. Leo met many more characters in the land of sounds, each with a unique way of teaching him their specific sound. There was Barry the bear for the B sound, Timmy the tiger for the T sound, and many others. Each character made learning fun and memorable, turning pronunciation practice into an enjoyable adventure. Leo loved his time in the land of sounds. He laughed, played, and learned from his new friends. By the end of the day, he had improved his pronunciation significantly and felt more confident than ever. When it was time to return home, the magical swirl of colors surrounded Leo again, and he found himself back in his grandmother's attic. The magic pronunciation book lay open before him, glowing softly. "Thank you, book," Leo said with a big smile. "That was the best adventure ever." "You're welcome, Leo," the book replied warmly. "Remember, learning can always be fun. Keep practicing, and you'll continue to improve." Leo closed the book gently, feeling happy and accomplished. He knew that with the help of the magic pronunciation book and the friends he made in the land of sounds, he could master any pronunciation challenge that came his way. Chapter 6. The Rhythm of Language. One day, the magic pronunciation book had a new lesson for Leo. "Today, we'll learn about the rhythm of language," it said. "Every language has a natural rhythm and intonation. This means the way your voice goes up and down when you speak." The book explained that paying attention to the rise and fall of his voice would help Leo sound more natural and expressive. To practice, the book suggested that Leo read poems and sing songs. Leo started by reading a simple poem. He noticed how some words needed more emphasis, and his voice naturally went up and down to match the rhythm. Then, he tried singing a song. Singing helped him understand how to use the right tone and stress on different words. As Leo practiced, he became better at making his speech sound smooth and lively. He learned that speaking with the right rhythm made his words clearer and more interesting to listen to. "Great job, Leo," the book praised. "Remember, using rhythm and intonation will make your speech sound more natural. Keep practicing, and you'll keep improving." Leo felt proud of his progress. He enjoyed reading and singing, and he was happy to see how it helped him speak better. With the book's guidance, Leo knew he could master the rhythm of language and become an even more confident speaker. Chapter 7. The Importance of Listening. One day, the magic pronunciation book taught Leo a very important lesson. To speak well, you must first listen well. it explained. Listen to native speakers and mimic their pronunciation. Leo understood that listening carefully was the key to improving his speech. He started watching cartoons, listening to audiobooks, and talking to his friends. He paid close attention to how they pronounced words and tried to copy them. When watching cartoons, Leo focused on how the characters spoke. He noticed their accents, the way they stressed certain words, and the rhythm of their speech. He tried to repeat what they said, mimicking their pronunciation. Listening to audiobooks was also helpful. Leo could hear how different words were pronounced and how sentences flowed naturally. He practiced by repeating sentences he heard, trying to match the speaker's tone and intonation. Talking to his friends gave Leo another chance to practice. He listened carefully to how they spoke and asked them to repeat words he found difficult. His friends were happy to help, and Leo found that his pronunciation was getting better with each conversation. "Great job, Leo," the book praised. "Remember, listening is just as important as speaking. The more you listen, the better you will speak." Leo felt proud of his efforts. He enjoyed listening to cartoons and audiobooks, and he loved talking with his friends. By listening carefully and practicing regularly, Leo knew he was on his way to becoming a confident and clear speaker. Chapter 8. Practice Makes Perfect. Leo knew that to get better at pronunciation, he needed to practice a lot. Every day, he read aloud, recorded his voice, and even talked to himself in front of the mirror. Each time he practiced, he became more confident. The Magic Pronunciation book had an important message for Leo. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. They are part of the learning process, it said. Leo took this advice to heart. When he read aloud, he paid attention to how he pronounced each word. If he made a mistake, he tried again until he got it right. Recording his voice helped him hear what he sounded like and where he needed to improve. Talking to himself in the mirror was fun and helpful. Leo could see how his mouth moved when he spoke, which made it easier to correct his pronunciation. He also found that practicing this way made him feel more comfortable speaking in front of others. With each day of practice, Leo's pronunciation improved. He felt more confident and prouder of his progress. The book's encouragement and his own hard work showed him that practice truly makes perfect. Chapter 9. Sharing His Knowledge. As Leo got better at pronunciation, he wanted to help others improve too. So, he started a pronunciation club at his school. He invited his friends to join and share what he had learned from the Magic Pronunciation book. In the club, Leo taught his friends the tips and tricks he had learned. They practiced tongue twisters, listened to native speakers, and used the rhythm of language exercises. Everyone enjoyed the fun activities and games Leo had planned. Leo's friends quickly improved their pronunciation. They had a great time learning together, laughing, and helping each other. The club became popular, and soon many students joined in. Leo was proud to see how his friends' pronunciation improved and how much fun they had. Sharing his knowledge made him feel happy and accomplished. Chapter 10. A New Adventure. One day, the Magic Pronunciation book spoke to Leo with a twinkle in its voice. "Leo, you've learned so much already, but there's always more to discover. Are you ready for a new adventure?" Leo's eyes sparkled with excitement. "Yes, I am ready," he replied eagerly. The book began to glow brightly, and Leo felt a warm, gentle breeze surround him. The attic faded away, and soon Leo found himself in a completely new world. This world was full of colorful buildings, vibrant markets, and people speaking different languages. "Welcome to a new world of languages and cultures," the book announced. "Here, you'll have the chance to explore many different languages and learn about different cultures." Leo looked around, amazed by the sights and sounds. He saw people talking in various languages, heard music from around the world, and noticed unique customs and traditions. He was excited to explore and learn even more. The magic pronunciation book was still with him, ready to guide him on this new adventure. "We'll explore different languages and cultures together," the book said. "You'll have the chance to practice new sounds, learn new words, and discover how pronunciation works in different languages." Leo couldn't wait to start. He was eager to continue his journey with the magic pronunciation book by his side, knowing that every new adventure would bring new things to learn and discover. Epilogue. After all his adventures with the magic pronunciation book, Leo learned something really important. Learning never ends. It's a lifelong journey where you keep discovering new things and improving yourself. Leo realized that with curiosity, always wanting to know more, practice, working hard to get better, and a little bit of magic, like the help he got from the book, he could achieve anything he dreamed of. So Leo continued to explore new things, learn more about the world, and share what he knew with others. He always remembered the helpful lessons from the magic pronunciation book, which reminded him how to keep learning and growing. This made him excited to keep going on new adventures and help others along the way.